So today we're down at Super Pacific down at Portland. We're out here today at Super Pacific. Yep. So we are out here today at Super Pacific down in Portland, Oregon to check out the camper tops that they make for Rivians. They actually make them for a lot of different vehicles. A lot of Tacomas, a lot of F-150, Silverado, stuff like that. But this is specifically for the Rivian. Let's go check it out. Alright, here it is. Doesn't look that bad, does it? Actually, it's actually very high quality. Alright. Nice. This is a prototype fairing that they have that's going to go onto the front and or the brackets that they have up front. And it's pretty solid. It's not like a cheap plastic, which is nice. This setup is near ideal for a lot of Rivians who actually go out about. Since you have the camper on, having the tire mounted in the back, you don't have to worry about taking anything out of the back anymore. Before, I used to actually dislike the rigid that I had on the 4Runner, but they've upgraded the handle to where it's easier to open and close. So it even has a ditch light here that's mounted up. So over on this side, he has the water hooked up with the Dometic, extra medical stuff. The only thing I wonder about this is the water dripping right here.
Thinking about having it mount in under the cap, but like it essentially ruins the cap when you pull it off. And so, yeah, so this like pulls shut easily here, and then it also is like, I don't want to have it on there all the time, so you can just like pull it off and
sweet.
that.
Okay, neat.
And then the one thing that we are considering is like how it will close when you're not in here. And so I've been thinking through like, okay, do we have like some kind of magnet up here? But it seems like it's the type of thing that it's going to work well.
Yeah, no, that's
and we made it all soft so that you wouldn't get a piece of hardware jammed between the two.
Yeah.
That is where that wind block is going to mount up into here. So this is really, really solid, which is nice. And then here is where we can set up the hooks. I don't know if you can see up there, but set up the hooks. So say like if you're at home and you just want to mount this into your garage, like lift it up, you can. The doors are sealed right here to help the dust come in and out. It snaps in quite nice. Let's see how it'll, yeah, no, that's a really nice, awesome opening. Right here, you can adjust these to where this can actually come in lower. So if you do happen to have a awning right here, it won't hit as much, if that makes sense. I'll show you on a vehicle out there. The words are hard. No, zoom in. They even have a Starlink mounted to the top, which is useful, especially whenever you're out and about in the wilderness. Starlink has been coming down in price. You can actually get a mini now, which I got, and as little as $50 a month, but you don't need to pay it monthly. You can actually pay it whenever you're using it. So you can pay for an entire month, but if you're not going to use it, say in the month of November, don't pay for the month of November. I guess you could take this with you while you're going, or you could just bounce up, but I got short legs, so so the bed platform just pulls out like this, and it'll give you up until this point right here. So I'm able to operate through here, and say I would have a step right here to be able to get into here. This is an X pad right here, so that's nice. Oh God, I'm smushing you guys. What's going on here? Oh, what are those? I don't know. It's like a full-on queen size. Oh wait, here we go. All right, we got it, boys and girls. So the X pad's in here. The X pad actually comes with this. What's that? Yeah, just got a little step right here. Hop on in here. Gives you a queen size, almost about the same size as what I would inside the. Because I think this is the same pad that I have inside my iCamper Mini. The lighting is real nice. I think that's actually aftermarket, but this is high quality canvas-ish material, which is super nice. I was mentioning that the zippers, so good. So good. But where's the rainfly? Inside, you're able to actually mount things too with these brackets, or your mounting points. So on the inside, you have these mounting points to where you can bring in like extra stuff that you may need. Like how this is mounted right here. You got the screws right there.
Yeah, so we've got kingpin light switches,
Okay.
and then I did the custom light switch mounts for the Rivian platform.
Okay.
So you've got on-off for the upper lights.
Nice.
You can hold the dim,
Mm-hmm.
and then the lower lights are this one. And then we've got a switch down here for changing between this nice warm light or the amber lights
Oh.
for bug sensitivity.
Yeah.
So you're not attracting all the bugs out in nature.
Nice. That's cool. And then the next couple.
Down here, these are 3 XT60 outputs. So this is going to be a higher amperage output than just a standard cigarette plug.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, I run my camp fridge, the Starlink, and then I have an open one for whatever else.
Yeah.
We've got 2 cigarette ports, and everything that you see is tied into the Rivian's 12-volt system using the pass-through hole that's right behind this wall that
Yeah.
Rivian put there for us to use. So all Rivian R1Ts have that hole.
So yeah, through the
It's right behind this wall.
through the back, yeah.
Yep.
Nice. And it goes through the 12 volt. That's
Right here in the gear tunnel. You just plug right in the back of it.
and it just provides all the power. How much power can we pull?
I've heard that it's rated for up to 20, but
Yeah.
they say 15
Mm-hmm.
amps.
Makes sense.
I haven't really experienced a
Overpowerage or
Yeah.
whatever. Nice. I like this. This is what they actually have for you to open up and close the tonneau. And then these latches are definitely robust. So this is a button for the gear tunnel, which is nice. The only thing is, difference with this, so you're not going to have access to these buttons if this is actually shut. So either you're going to have to keep this unlocked or open up the gear tunnel with your app or inside the vehicle. But you're still able to tow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one.
Tow how much?
Same amount.
I wouldn't tow a boat.
I wouldn't tow a boat either.
Would I tow?
Yeah, so it's specific for the Rivian platform.
Are you going to move your camera or what do you?
I have no idea. We just
Super easy.
You even get dedicated brake light back there, which is nice.
and that ties into the 12-volt system.
Okay.
And then if you actually want to see the magic, it's over
Yes.
here.
Magic.
So this is a prototype.
Prototype.
The finalized version will be black.
Mhm.
You see the little blue box? It's a sensor that reads the rear brake light.
Oh, okay.
And so when you hit the actual brake pedal,
Mm-hmm. It works though. It works still, yeah. Huh. We close it.
we kind of have
He actually owns this one right here. It's the very first
And you have the on-range.
version, which is awesome.
in my testing. I have two tests that I did. One was with an awning and one was without an awning. And so, as you see it right here, we're getting about 10% of the range hit.
On the highway?
Just that's my average, just over time.
Have you reset
so-
your trip or anything?
Exactly. So I was doing about 2.2 before, and then 1.99.
What? I'm getting 2.99 without it.
Now 1.99 with the camper on it.
How are you getting these magical numbers?
It's flatter down here.
I know. No, he lives in Seattle.
Oh, never mind.
What do you guys?
Okay. Oh, you give it a hug. That's a lot. That actually closes easier than my camper shell.
So you specifically leave those portions out to let it all fall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it keeps the air from getting compressed.
But yeah, that's basically.
for me to take a photo.
Put mine in my clothes. I have to go slow.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Is that how you locked it?
Yeah. So for you Rivian boys,
Yeah.
we get custom yellow ones that
Oh.
match the Rivian yellow brake calipers.
So nice.
That is
Yeah.
an extra $2,000.
Not you, dual motors.
It's very satisfying. You want to get a good
Yeah,
clip.
dual motor gets silver.
You ready? All right, let's.
You guys are click guys.
Do it again.
Even the opening's good.
Do it more. Okay. Oh, so nice.
The 12-volt system, and then if you come back over here,
This is just. That's so nice. I don't think you guys understand how nice that is. Yeah. Like the old one was horrible, but the new one is so nice. So this is what it looks like all closed up. The rigid is actually very nice. It fits super close, but it won't bounce. But it's specifically made for the Rivians, which is amazing. But over here, just it's like the ultimate setup right here. And a little envious. He has a camp kitchen. I have the camp kitchen. I'm just running the iCamper right now. But besides that, this setup might be coming home with me one day. Is that two different color yellows? Yeah, no, it is. That yellow is different than this yellow. Huh. Let's go see what other vehicles actually have set up. So we've got an F-150 here all set up. Much bigger bed. Much more room for activities. Way more room for activities. Got a Ranger here. I think those are camp lights. That's kind of nice. I like how they have it mounted out here. Wait, is that a heater? It is. This is a little bit of a smaller bed on a Tacoma. We got mounting points right here we got mounting points on the doors, on the inside. Still a lot of usable room.
Come on. Come here.
He's not moving. Not happening.
Come here.
I don't know if it's gonna last.
So this is what it looks like with the awning out. And if we look right here, it does touch just a little bit. But if you have, yeah, if you have a little padding right there, it could just sit up against it. But it mounts directly to the tent. That's very useful. What am I missing?
Mounting system for Rivian, which we did. It's nice. All the mounting is embedded underneath these plates, so you've got quick access to it as needed if you need it. And when you don't need it, it's nice and streamlined and tucked away inside the camper. And then another issue that we wanted to take on with Rivian was figuring out how to power up the third brake light, because one of the very first concerns that came up as we were talking to Rivian owners was like, are you yahoos going to cut into Rivian's electrical harness and screw up the whole electrical truck? And we have no desire to do anything like that. So we came up with an approach. Rivian supplies, I think it's a 15 amp 12 volt outlet inside the gear tunnel. And we found a route to bring this power supply out from the gear tunnel into the camper. So we'll deliver it with this assembly in there. And essentially what we were able to do is, I'll just turn this on so we have some power. You'll have a quick connect in the truck that you can plug the camper into like this. And then we built this sensor to actually read the Rivian's brake lights, so that that headlamp, so that when the brake light flashes on the Rivian, the brake light on the camper flashes. So that lets us get power. It leaves your trailer hitch free. So this rigged swing arm plugs into the trailer hitch, and it has lights on it for that. So it leaves your trailer hitch free for other accessories and towing, and it allows you to operate your third brake light without having to touch anything in Rivian's wiring harness. And we also are gonna put in a 12-volt outlet in the truck, so you'll have 12-volt power in there.
I have a question. What did you do for the fin off the back of the cab there?
Oh, that's a great question, Sasha. Congratulations on your job. So the like spoiler on the back of the cab is unique on Rivian in that it crosses the plane at the front of the camper. So we had to inset the window here. We basically recessed the cavity in the front wall of the camper to accommodate that interference. And that worked out really well. There's plenty of clearance there. And Keegan has been taking the prototype out for a couple weeks and is taking it off-road a little bit. And we're seeing enough flex that basically the flex that we're seeing in the vehicle, we feel really comfortable that there won't be any interference between the camper and the glass panel, which is by reputation quite easy to damage. So there should be good clearance between the camper and the top of the Rivian. What else, Sasha?
Oh, I was curious about the fairing. Is there going to be a fairing option for it?
Yes, we're developing a fairing. We've got some prototypes over there. That'll be a separate accessory. Wind noise has been not bad.
Very Vanna White.
Keegan can probably speak to that better than me. I haven't spent a ton of time on the highway.
Yeah, so if anybody here has a Rivian, we notoriously have loud A-pillars that are really annoying. And I haven't noticed any additional noise to just what the Rivian has in itself. So it's been negligible. Yeah.
How's the range hit?
We're in the early stages of really determining that, and it's going to take quite a while to be able to have sort of like one universal number that we can say with any confidence. At this point, Keegan's had it on the road.
Yeah, for almost 2,000 miles.
Yeah.
And I've had extra accessories mounted to the camper, which have also hit. So when I pulled all of them off, we're seeing about 10%, right in that range. And with like an awning and some external stuff, the worst I saw is about in the 15 to 17 range. So it's going to be somewhere in that window, but I've been super happy. And I don't find myself driving behaviors no different. It seems pretty much the same. So,
Yeah, that range impact is really going to be, like, there's so many variables in it, it's going to be hard to, like, maybe ever have a definitive single number to offer, but range-wise, early look looks like between 10 and 15, depending on, like Keegan said, what else you have bolted to it in it.
I do want to add one other comment to your guys' solution for the third brake light that didn't hit me until this very moment, which is, if anybody else here has a Rivian, when you plug in something to the rear, it goes into trailer mode, and you have no way to get out of trailer mode. So that disables sensors on the exterior. It puts your truck into all motors are being driven. You can't go into eco mode. And so this solution actually helps out with a whole lot of extra.
Like this.
Yeah, so I was using Max Tracks and rocks and other things before the Rivian. I have an old Land Rover that I camp in, and it's cool, but then you're screwed. If you need to move, you got to reset up again. This is one button, and the whole thing auto levels, and people are really pissed when you do that next to them.
Auto leveling seems really nice.
Yeah.
Do you notice any handling differences when you're turning with
The camper weighs 350 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So, it'd be like having a person or two people in the back seat, is going to weigh more than the camper itself. So, yeah.
Just don't bring your friends.
Yep.
No, so I haven't noticed it. I don't drive any different. I still bomb corners in sport mode, and yeah.
Was
Don't
it
do that.
350 with the...
You know better than me. It's 350.
The camper hanging on the scale is 342 pounds. So anything beyond the camper is going to add to that. Yeah.
What powers the lighting?
So the lighting inside the camper? Yeah. So let's give Keegan a round of applause. So one of the selling points on the camper is that the way it's designed, there's channels to run power, and it really sets you up to customize it without having to modify it and have it come out really clean. And so Keegan has gotten in there and done a killer job of designing and building his own lighting package for it. So that's all Keegan's handiwork, and I think it's awesome.
But it's running off of his cord. that plugs into the Rivian.
So I did help.
This is all the 12-volt system of the Rivian.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I power my fridge, the Starlink, and the lighting
Using that 12 volt.
using that 12-volt.
Oh wow. Do you have a 12-volt adapter for the Starlink?
Yeah, the new minis can run on anything from 12 to 48 volts.
Does anybody have any questions?
How much is it?
How much is it? We set the retail Sasha.
14 at 920 gives your choice of 6 different powder coat colors, 3 different tint colors for it. And then your option of like a solid or windowed rear door. They all come with the capside slider window. And then that's also including the hookup of the brake light and everything.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
part of that cost, the install for the Rivian's much more involved on our side because of the tie-in. So yeah, there are definitely some changes to how we build it, as well as when we install it, it's going to be a more involved install. So all of that.
That includes running all the wiring and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, to be clear, it doesn't include Keegan's lights, but it does.
Sorry, yeah, the brake light.
It leads with the brake light running and a 12-volt port in the camper. Yeah, tied in and plugged in. And we're just going to have this plug in the gear tunnel plugged into the outlet, Rivian's outlet, which I think is 15 amp.
Do you know what the height is for top to bottom?
Ground to top, I don't, but we can put a tape measure on it. And
It also depends on how high you have your truck. So you can lower your truck.
Oh, yeah, measuring the glass at the top would be great.
What did you
Yeah,
give me
we
with
can-
on the highest setting? It was like 70.
I can look back in the text. I have it. And then the glass is domed, so the distance between the glass and the camper is 2.5 inches at the dome. So, and it's a 1/2 inch off shark fin.
Cool.
Yep. If you actually notice, the floor of the camper is recessed up, so the shark fin actually sits off.
It's 1/2 inch.
That's different from
No, we went with the same kind of clearances to allow for reflection and everything as we do in most of our campers. So what Keegan's saying, the floor of the camper is actually offset from the plane at the bottom of the extrusion.
That's installable.
Yeah. Yeah, I can show you the profile. There's just there's a little material thickness in the extrusion, and then the floor sits in.
Campers for an R1S?
R1S, yeah, we're not, no. Yeah, let's see what happens. We do make an integration for a van, that's just the tent, which is out front there. But in terms of like SUVs, we don't have a product, other than hats, Any other questions?
What's production time?
Production time, right now I think we're at 10 weeks,
13.
13 weeks. All right.
But also 10 weeks.
But 10, yeah, 10, it takes 10 and then another 3.
The Sasha adopted dog?
Yeah, with Bullseye on the team, we'll probably get it down to 10.
Reservations online or here? Or?
Yes, you can put a deposit online or here. Well, that's all. Unless
Thank you,
anybody has
guys.
any questions.
What is your favorite? So Keegan, so you got this.
So, I do believe he was saying that the whole camper is, for the 5-foot bed, is like 350 pounds. With us, with a 4-foot bed, it might be a little bit lighter, but still, the price is high. It starts at $15,000. Do I take that $15,000 and just buy an R1S and just camp out the back? Or do I fully kit out the R1T and keep it for a while? You guys know me, I trade vehicles all the time. But tell me what you guys think. Is it a go or is it a no-go? Can't wait to see the pictures of this either. Oh, great day.